Okay, so welcome to Energy Yoga. So today we are working, well, we work with energy all the time, but our thoughts are energy. Love is energy. Our beliefs are energy. The breath is energy. What keeps us alive is energy. What keeps us motivated and excited about life is all energy. And so when you think of the energy of thoughts, think of the energy of love, right? Just think of somebody you love, like really love, like they bring a smile to your face. You can feel the energy, right? I mean, the energy of a smile. And then think of something that you worry about, something that maybe is really heavy in your heart, somebody or something. Do you feel that heaviness? Right? There's a big difference. That's energy. And that's what we work with. Okay. And this theme this week is about, well, money stories, but it doesn't have to be money, right? So if you've got maybe some healing to do somewhere in your body, if you have a relationship that you want to heal, right? Or whatever it happens to be, any story that you've realized is not really working for you. So let's say that you have a relationship you want to heal, and if it's like if your thoughts are always, or you're speaking where it's like this relationship is doomed, right? Or we're never going to survive this. Those are the kind of thoughts and words that are keeping you stuck in a dysfunctional relationship, shall we say. Or maybe you're trying to heal and you're, you know, depending on where you are in that healing process, it's like, oh, I'm never going to heal, or I'm not healing quick enough, or whatever it happens to be. Just notice those words and those thoughts, they have energy and they affect every single cell in your body. Hear that. Every thought we think affects every cell in our body. Okay. So if we realize, because it's not really that easy to shift our thoughts and change our beliefs, because we have to become aware, first of all, that we have a certain belief, or that we're saying something that is kind of blocking our progress. And maybe it is about money. If you're like, oh, money's so hard to come by, well, that's going to be your experience, right? And, I'm not healing fast enough. If that's what you think and that's what you're saying, that's going to be your experience. If this relationship is doomed, that's going to be your experience, right? Words have energy. They relate to every cell in our body, and that's our reality. So we have to bring some awareness to these thoughts and beliefs that we have, even if they're just little ones, and then we shift them. We have to be willing to shift them. We have to be willing to let go of that particular belief or thought. So, with that, okay, first thing I want you to do is just bring one thing to mind. Maybe it is healing, maybe it is a relationship, maybe it's, something to do with money, right? But it's a story that you tend to tell on a regular basis, not something new, but just something, right? That you might tell yourself. Just kind of bring that in the heart space and just let it be there. Okay. Before we start with any kind of grounding, what I want you to do is rub your hands together and create energy in your hands. Okay. And the energy that we're creating here in our hands is the energy of release, helping us to release some thoughts that don't serve us, and in particular, this belief that I asked you to bring into your heart center. Because if it doesn't serve you, it's probably stressing you out in some degree. If it doesn't serve you, it's causing worry and stress in your life and in your body. Okay, so what we do now, you got energy there, releasing energy. We're going to do a triple warmer smoothie. So bring it across your eyes. We're going to inhale, exhale around your ears. Inhale as you hold onto your shoulders, and then exhale right into the heart. Release. Okay, so this is really good for anxiety. Inhale across. Exhale around, trace around your ears. Inhale, hold on to the shoulders. Exhale to the heart. Okay, so release these thoughts. Inhale, crown and third eye chakra. Exhale around the ears. Inhale, all right? Stop feeding the energy of that belief. And exhale, release it. Release it into the heart center, right? The heart knows what to do with it, right? Inhale across. Okay, so you realize the belief doesn't serve you or the thought doesn't. Take it around the ears. Inhale. So this is feed it with words anymore. I don't know if I froze there. Okay, and exhale here. Okay, just a second. Keep doing that. I don't know if I went to a different speaker. Okay, good. Okay, so there's your, once again, triple warmer. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so with your hands on your heart, what we just did is we kind of massaged, shall we say, our triple warmer. We brought attention to our triple warmer. That gets us out of stress. Triple warmer deals with stress. It's our fight, flight, or freeze. So we just soothed it. We just calmed it down. We brought it back into the body. Now, that belief or thought is just sitting in your heart. And as your hands go onto your heart, what do we create? Some releasing energy. Be willing to let that thought go. Be willing to let that belief go. Okay? And just notice how that feels. Because if it's a belief or a thought that's been with you for many, many years, it's not as easy as just saying, yeah, let's just get rid of it. Because it has many supporting thoughts and many supporting beliefs caught up here in our head. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take those hands, and I want you to take them into your head like you're shampooing your head. And I just want you to stir things up in your mind. So we're working with the crown chakra. We're also working with the third eye chakra. So the crown chakra is the mind, right? Thoughts, mind, our beliefs. Okay, a belief is just a thought that we keep thinking. So let's stir up these thoughts. Now, the eyes, right? Physical eyes, but also the third eye energy is where we visualize. So if we have these beliefs and we have these thoughts, well, we start to see them. Yes, we start to visualize them into our day. Well, we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to make our thoughts a reality. So let's shake things up a little bit in the crown and the third eye. Good. And then you can go down. My headset is there, but I want you to go all the way down to the back of your neck, all the way down to the back of your neck. I'm going to put some music on. And as you go all the way down to the back of your neck, you're getting into the throat chakra. So notice any words that you put to any beliefs that you have, right? And shift them, right? You can even say, okay, money does come easily to me. This relationship does have hope. My body heals very fast, right? Whatever it happens to be, right? Or maybe you have a certain diagnosis, just anything that gets in the way, even if it's the odd thought. Maybe you're going, well, for the most part, my life's pretty good, but I always have these odd little thoughts that come up. Shake those up. Shake them up. Good. Okay. All right. My heart rate's up even a little bit with that. Okay. So now what I want you to do is take your fingers and right at your forehead, think of a part down the center of your head and just take it across. Okay. And then move it up a little bit, more like where the part starts, and come down to the ears. So think about the crown chakra, the third eye chakra. Open them up. Think about your head that holds all of your thoughts and all of your beliefs. And we're opening up the door to let out. So we're opening up the crown chakra of thought. We're opening up the third eye chakra of visualization and imagination. Then down at the neck, we're opening up the throat, the words we speak. So when we speak these thoughts or beliefs that don't serve us, we're letting them out. Open up the door and let them all out. Let them all out. Once you get down to the bottom of your neck, you're going to do it again. Okay, so forehead. And you just do your own. Open up the doors to these three chakra areas of thought, Any thought that you're going, you know what, that thought just doesn't serve me. Maybe it's about someone that you judge or something that you judge. Or maybe you're caught up in fear every time you turn on the news or something really bothers you. Open up the door and let that out. Don't give words. Don't give it energy of words. Don't give it energy of your imagination. Don't give it energy of thought. Good. Okay. And then when you're done that, come back up and then just do one more. It's like your shampoo in your hair. You do that. I'm going to put my hair back up in a ponytail. Well, you do that. I don't want to knock my... Okay, so it's all about shifting the thoughts and the beliefs. The willingness, really. The awareness and the willingness. Okay, so finish scratching that head. Shake out through the hands. Okay. And then what I'd like you to do is just take your hands, palms down. Or palms up. You decide. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Feel your feet very grounded. Feel your sitting bones very grounded. And then just take a moment to visit your crown chakra. Thoughts. And in the mind are these thoughts that, if we're not aware of them, can actually turn into our reality. So I want you to think of some really good thoughts. Maybe new ones, a new story, or maybe ones you already have that work very well for you. And bring all of your attention into that thought. Because where our attention goes, our energy flows. So remember when I asked you to think of the energy of someone you love and the different energy of something that worries you? We want to tune in now to the energy of love or above. So make sure your thoughts are about love or something that makes you happy, something positive, something hopeful, something you want to create, a new story you want to tell. Just bring it into the crown chakra. Thought. What thought do you want to create? What reality do you want to create? Because what we think will be created in this lifetime. And just breathe and move your energy to the third eye, which is your imagination. And right here, just visualize that thought coming to a truth. Whatever it is, see some resolution or happiness in this relationship. Or see that new money story unfolding, or the healing story unfolding for you. And you can think anything, you can visualize anything. It's those beliefs that hinder the process. Bring the energy into the throat. Make the commitment to yourself that when you speak about this, money story, healing story, relationship, whatever it is you've chosen, that you speak with the words and the vibration of what it is that you want, not what you don't want. That's crucial. Speak the words you want, not what you don't want. Don't put energy into that. And then drop into your heart space and conjure up the passion and the excitement here in your heart. Open up your heart to gratitude. Tune into all of the good things in your life. The good things, the good people, the good circumstances, all of the things you're grateful for, and begin to feel the energy of excitement of happiness, of joy, of contentment. Just open up your heart space. And as the energy moves down into the solar plexus here, it is the energy of doing, action. And so just let every action you take or don't take support this thought, this vision, these words, this excitement in your heart. And then into the navel chakra, the sacral area of your body, of emotions and desires. Right here, just let all of the emotions come up. And even if you're manifesting something that creates passion and motivation and excitement in you, sometimes we can have emotions of fear come up. We don't keep them blocked down here. We let the fear come up. Let it rise up into the heart, into the throat, into the third eye, into the crown, and just embrace that emotion. But still keep your attention on what it is that you do want. Yeah, maybe I am fearful. Maybe I am a little worried, but that's okay. And we nurture the thoughts that help to soothe these emotions. We don't deny them. We don't stuff them down. We feel them. And then in that root chakra where you feel your feet grounded and your sitting bones grounded, just affirm you deserve this good thing in your life, this unfolding of this healing or this relationship flourishing or your money story coming through to fruition. Feel it in your body. This is the process as we work through our chakras of believing it, of feeling it, right? We can say things, but if we really don't believe, well, we're going to believe in then the opposite, right? So this is the process. It's not just a one-time thing. Pop in the recording and do this a few times. Change that story and see it and speak it and feel the excitement and the heart, gratitude. That's going to shape and shift all of your actions. It's going to allow you to feel when you feel the opposite of that, but also feel a little more when you feel in alignment with this. And then every day in this physical existence, you bring it in. And then from there, just blink open your eyes and keep this in your mind. Bring up those hands, and you're going to take from one shoulder and take it across to the opposite hip. Cross it over to the opposite hip. So we get our energy. So now we got the energy in the right way, in our mindset, right? Your mind, what you put your attention on in your mind is what is going to end up unfolding. So for some of us, and I can attest to this, it can sometimes be a bit of a battle between like, oh, I don't want that to happen, but I can't stop worrying about it. How do I get out of my head? I don't want to worry about this. Chakra work every time. This energy work, crossing my energy. Okay. The other thing then, rub your hands together and then tap in. We're going to do our 4 thumbs because tapping in at this collarbone point, this gets our energy moving in the right direction. Well, what's the right direction? Okay, so not only our energy, like meridians, move forward, but even the energy, it's like, okay, what do I want to think about? So if you're caught up going, well, I really want to think more positive, but I'm so worried about this, tap here and just think, okay, this gets my energy moving in the right direction. Yeah, okay, so maybe there's a little bit of an internal battle in that mind between the left and the right brain, because the left brain worries. It's all about the past and worries about the future. But your right brain is all about goodness and love and, seeing the best and best case scenarios. So it's an internal battle between the right and the left brain. This gets everything moving in the right direction. Helps you to come into that more right brain. Even if everything in the left brain is going, yeah, but, tap in here and come into the energy of your right brain. The energy of your right brain, for those of you who've done whole brain living with me, it's that curiosity, that ever expansive. It's the unknown, right? Because when we're in our left brain, it's all about the things we know. It's all about the things we fear. It's all about the things that are, turn on the news. This is it. It's the truth. But there's something beyond that in our right brain. There's potential for something beyond. And that's the energy we're tapping into. Okay. Then just take one hand to your thymus, and this is our heart chakra. So let's stir up that energy of excitement, the energy of creating what it is that we really want. What if my thoughts could shift what it is that I really, really want? Get that hope stirring up. Let's just tap into gratitude. Right? It's so hard to stay in the energy of what I don't have or what's happening in my life or what I'm afraid of when we're grateful. You can't be afraid and grateful at the same time. You can't be worried and grateful at the same time. So tap in here and tap into all that you're grateful for. Breathe it into your body. Remember, every thought we have affects every single cell in our body. So being grateful is an immune booster all on its own, but you tap into the thymus and think about gratitude, it's a double shot of immunity. Good. I'm just going to be quiet for a bit while I let you just tune into everything that you have that's good in your life. People, things. Good. Okay. And then we're going to tap into underneath our rib cage. Just underneath our rib cage. This is where we metabolize everything. So again, this is where the cells really do connect into or get fed, right? They metabolize the thoughts that we're thinking. So if you're in a really low place, those low energies are metabolizing everywhere in your body. Okay, so when we start thinking about the things we want, the things we're grateful for, all the good things that we see around us, what we want to see unfold, that there's actually potential for that, we tap that in here to metabolize it into our cells of our body. Breathe it in. Good. Okay, and then our fourth thump is underneath the eyes today. Sometimes we start here, but this is very grounding. So I want you to ground this practice into your body. Okay, this generates healing throughout your whole entire body. It gets your energy moving. It grounds your energy. Because the fact of the matter here we're grounding into our physical body. And in our physical existence, we all have egos and personalities, and we look around us and we can see devastation or we can see wonderful things, right? So here, ground into this physical body and be willing to change the way you look at things. Be willing to change your perception. Because if you're looking for something to complain about, there will always be something to complain about. If you're looking for something to be grateful for, there's always something to be grateful for. You're looking for a fight, you will find it. You're looking for some peace, you will find it. But you got to be willing. Okay, so be willing to change your perception. Be willing to look for what you do want, not for all the reasons. The ego likes to be right, so it wants to get all of the stuff to prove that things just won't work out. We're going to tap in, let go of the ego, ground into the willingness to change your perception. Good. All right, just shake that out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is Wayne Cook, and I'm just going to go back so you can see me. Okay, so you're sitting up nice and tall. You can cross your right ankle over the left. As long as you're crossed, you're good. If this right leg can come up here, great, but it doesn't have to. As long as you're crossed at the ankle, crossed at your legs in some way, okay? And then you'll cross at your wrists. And then if you have your foot up, you can hold onto your foot and your ankle. If you don't, you just place it onto your leg as long as your ankles are crossed. Relax your shoulders. And we're just going to we're going to hold here. And we're just going to breathe. Belly, ribs, chest expands. I want you to breathe into your heart space. And as you exhale, soften your eyes, soften the jaw, relax your shoulders. And you can exhale through the mouth. You can exhale through the nose, whatever feels right. And if you want, you can inhale and you can bring that leg up and down. You don't have to though, right? And you can even bring your hands up and puff out your chest and exhale. And maybe that's just too much. Maybe you're like, I don't want that much movement. I just want to be here in stillness. Okay, so this is the Wayne Cook. And what is the Wayne Cook? Well, the Wayne Cook helps us to get clarity in our mind, clarity in the third eye, and clarity in our throat chakra. Right? Because if one of the main things, Donna Eden talks about this, if you've got something in your mind, you want to communicate it to somebody, but you think you know what you want to say and then it never comes out the way you had it in your mind, do this Wayne Cook. Okay, and as you do the Wayne Cook, you get clarity in the mind, you get some clearance of space, you get some peace in your heart, peace in your mind, and then you can speak what it is that you wanted to speak. Okay, but what it really does, just you can even close your eyes, you don't have to. Make some noise, sigh out the breath or hum it out if you want to close your mouth. It gets that mind, third eye, and throat in alignment. Crown chakra, third eye chakra, the throat, and you bring it down into your heart space. And you just breathe. And just as you do this, just think about what it is, that new story that you want to tell. And if nothing else, just receive it down into the rest of your body. Bring it into every cell. Like a healing success story, a successful relationship, a new money story, whatever it is for you. For me, I've got my retreat next week, and my mind's eye and my thoughts and my words is all about the most beautiful space of beautiful people coming together to create beautiful magic. I can think it, I can see it, I can speak it, I can feel it, I can get the excitement. I see it. Okay, take yours and bring it into every fiber of your being. And then if you close your eyes, just open them and just let go. So uncross your arms, uncross your legs, wherever that was. We got the other side. So cross the other ankle. Maybe this side can come up. It doesn't have to. It's not like it's more effective when you take your leg up. It's just as effective down here. Okay? And then, once again, you cross. So you can take your hand onto your foot and your ankle, sit up tall, relax your shoulders. And again, you want to move that leg, you can if it's up, or maybe you don't have, but you want to move. Like at first, you may want to make some bigger movements, and then you might want to move into stillness. Maybe you prefer to be still. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, bring your awareness to the thought. And you know what, this time, take that thought and make it even pure potential is the crown chakra, beyond what we can even imagine, which you're like, well, how do I go there if I can't even imagine it or think it? But just think instantaneous healing, or absolutely something has happened with this relationship. It's like every single problem has just disappeared. Right? Or, money story. What's the best money story? The lottery, right? It's just everything. Go beyond. Just take your thoughts to if there were no blockages in your way and something could happen instantaneously, what would that be? Take your story there. And then just imagine it. What would that look like? What would that feel like? Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be awesome? Right? Use those kind of words. Bring it into your heart. Feel it into the rest of your body. Again, if you're not used to this, the ego can bump it out, going, don't be so ridiculous. This is ridiculous, right? That's what the ego says. Oh, Leslie, this is so ridiculous. This stuff just doesn't happen to people, right? Or don't, false hope, right? I remember one of my daughters once said, well, I don't get any expectations because I don't want to get let down. So she just keeps her energy so low. And that's why I said, so you just keep your energy low? Until she looked at it that way and went, oh, yeah, I guess. Right? Go for the sky. It's the ego. It's that left brain that says it's ridiculous. The right brain is saying, come with me. Come with me into Never, Never Land. Hop on the Tinkerbell's back and go into the best case scenario. Why not? Bring it into every cell in your body, this big dream, this part of, that left brain ego that says ridiculous. Go there. Go there in spite of your ego. Show your ego that you can be a kid, that you can play, you can dream. Smile as you think about the best case scenario. Good. Get that crown and the third eye and the throat into the heart. Start to feel it in the rest of your body. The hardest to convince parts of your body is that solar plexus, the lower three chakras, the navel and the root. That's where the ego lives, going, it's never going to happen. Oh, hush, ego, right? And then open your eyes and uncross. Good. And we might be sitting somewhere in between going, this is ridiculous to cool, maybe, I don't know. You just let yourself experience. It's all energy. We're working with energy. Pick up one leg and give it a little slap. Give it a little tap. Okay, get our energy moving from the upper body to the lower body. Okay. Yes. Just pick it up. Pick it up. Good. Alrighty. Good. Okay. Now, you can stay seated if you want to, if you prefer to. And I know I have some clients that do recordings that need to stay seated, so please do. But we're going to stand up because everything that we do standing up, you can also do seated. Okay? So the first thing, at least today, it is, all right? So the first thing we're going to do is just take our feet a little bit wider, and you can see I'm just taking my body out there a little bit. Bend the knees, okay? And you can be doing this in a chair. And just take your fingertips out. Take your pinkies up. Relax your shoulders. Take a nice breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, reach to the left. Inhale up. We're going to reach to the right. Okay, so inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Of course, you can do this in a chair. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. So we're getting through the sides of the body, but in particular, it's like that solar plexus area or action center. And so if your ego wins and says this is ridiculous, what action would you take? Right? Probably different action than when if the ego aligned with the heart space of excitement and went, cool, maybe this can happen. Would you take different action? You bet you would. The ego mind takes different action than the, let's call it the creative mind or the soul mind. One more time on each side. So just get some flexibility into that waist, flexibility into the ego, right? I always think of the ego as the grumpy old man. Okay, and then shake that out. Okay, and then just do a little twist here. And if you're in a chair, you can do whatever twist works best for you. Maybe you move your hands. I just don't want you to knock the back of the chair and hurt your hand, but just get some movement. We just knock into the back of the kidneys. Now, kidneys has everything to do with the water element in our body. Our body is made up of, all the elements of nature, but it's the water element, and we're just tapping into it. And when our water element is stuck, there's a lot of fear. Okay, so what we do is we just get the fear moving through our body. It's okay to be fearful. Nothing wrong with being fearful. We're all living a human experience. Who doesn't get afraid of something? But to be held hostage by the fear or keep ourselves trapped in that thought or that belief of fear is all ego. So we're knocking this. We're letting the fear come up. We get to feel it. We get to say it's real, but don't get held prisoner by it, right? Just let it move, let it flow, let yourself feel it. Good. Because fear will trump those really good feeling thoughts and beliefs. Fear will come up and just absolutely block it. Okay, so let's work with the water element. Good. Okay. And then just slow that down. Okay, and then those standing, go a little bit wider. We're going to go into cat-cow. Turn your knees and toes out. You can do this in a chair. But let's just get the arms open up through the chest. So create the arch in the spine and draw the belly in. Okay, so all I want you to do, whether you're seated, whether you're standing, you can take your arms bigger if you want. You don't have to. And you just find the rhythm and the flow to your spine. But the rhythm and flow is also about the water element. Right? Open up your chest, open up your heart chakra, open up that energy of excitement, the energy of ease, the energy of gratitude, the energy of love. Let it move along your spine. Okay, fear gets stuck along, particularly the low back. And water element will show up in the low back and hips. Right? It'll keep us stuck in fear or stuck in our emotions, whatever they happen to be. So just with the gentleness of the movement of the spine, with a willingness to just let go. Not need to figure anything out, really. Just let things go. We work through the nervous system because we're working with the energy along the spine. You're moving your arms. You're opening up through the chest. And you're also opening up through the back, the upper back, which is where the heart chakra is. Gratitude. Tune into gratitude. So tuning into gratitude not only boosts our immune system, it boosts, get a nice little boost to your new story, right? New thoughts. One more time. And exhale. Good. Okay. Walk your feet in. Okay, and then you're going to cross your energy again from one shoulder to the opposite hip. And those of you who are seated, of course you do the same thing, but you're going to start picking up the leg. And those of you standing, you do the same thing. So if you're seated, okay, you just pick up the leg. If you're standing, here we go. You pick up the leg, you bring the knee up, and you touch onto the opposite leg. So this it just gets our energy communicating between our right and our left side, between our lower body and our upper body. Right? It also might get our heart rate up a little bit. Not only is our heart organ, it's also a muscle. We want to get that muscle stronger, and so do we want to get that organ stronger. Okay, we want a healthy heart. One more time. Good. Okay. So make a couple of fists, and let's just kind of knock here. This is our kidney area. We're knocking into the kidney area. This is our gates of life, our joy areas. This is a water element, okay? And this is why when it gets stuck here, we can get pain in our low back, and it can also come down, like wrap around into the hips. So fear is back pain. There's always something. Fear is caught up somewhere in there, okay? Water elements. It's like a big boulder in the middle of the river. It's not letting the water flow. So when we tap here, we move the big boulder out of the river and we get it flowing again. Okay. So navel chakra is around here. Navel chakra is all about happiness, right? So it's about being like grateful and happy and content where we are. But then also, think of your new story. I want, maybe this better relationship, or I want this healing. I want this success story. I want this money story to unfold. But be grateful for where you are and what you have. Be happy where you are and with what you have. And then, right? Happy where I am and eager for more. That was in part of this morning's email. Good. We just get that water element going. Tap it in. Good. Okay. Then the other thing we do to get the river flowing, okay, so I want you to bring your knuckles in. Have your feet wider, knees bent, and just have your knuckles in right from that root chakra. Bring it up through the navel. Bring it up through the solar plexus and the heart. Bring it right up into the throat, okay? And then move your hands up into the third eye and the crown. And then exhale. It's almost like a rainbow. It goes all around you. Okay, so come up from the earth. So come up through the root. Clear the passages and all the blockages through all of the chakras. Go all the way up. And then bring it down. Now, yin energy moves up from the earth. Comes up through the center of the body here. And then yang energy comes down and around us. Okay, so let's coordinate that with the breath. Inhale up, palms together around the third eye and crown, and then exhale down. Now, why is yin and yang important? We need a balance of yin and yang. Yin is our female energy. Yang is our male energy. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, you need a balance of both, right? It's like sun and moon, right? If you live in a place where there's not much sun, that affects your mood. It affects your energy. You're in a place that, more sun than moon. That eventually affects your energy too. We want a balance, right? Same with doing. Do. What's going to happen if you keep doing? You're going to burn out. The sun energy, right? It's too hot. And then there's also, what's the other side of doing a lot? How about resting? Resting, yeah. We need to rest. If we do a lot, we need to rest. And what if we're resting all the time? We're like, I don't have any energy or motivation to do anything. Well, then you need some more male energy and sun energy. You need to do a little more. You got to make yourself do something. Okay, so just think of anything. Yin and yang energy needs to be balanced. And that's what we're doing here. We're getting the river flowing. We don't want the river to be like overflowing. We don't want it stuck and not flowing. The yin and the yang of the water element is a nice, smooth flow. Yeah. Okay, one more time, working with that water element. Bring it all the way up, out, and down. Good. Shake it out. Okay, so that was moving from the yin to the yang, right? Yin energy moves up, yang energy moves down. So now we're going to reverse that, and we're going to do a yang yin, and we're going to bring it down through our body. We're going to touch more of our body, and then we'll bring it up into the heart and out. So we've done this before, but we'll do it again, and we'll move very slow. So feet grounded, knees bent. Let's take a nice deep breath. Inhale up and exhale. And I want you to cross your arms. So we get some cross action. Cross is always good. And hold on to the opposite elbow, so the outside of the body. Okay, take another breath. Inhale. Exhale, keep the arms crossed and just hold on to your shoulders. So anytime we cross our energy, right? X's, O's, 8s, we're working with the energy of our body in a good way, really good way, in a healing, immune system boosting way. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Still cross the arms and just hold on by the ribs. This is we're getting into that solar plexus where the ego is, where that kind of naysayer energy of the ego can be like, yeah, right, this is ridiculous. Just hold on to there. Give them a little squeeze. Give them a nice little hug. Take another breath. Inhale. Now we uncross. We take our hands where we just felt our hands, but now we come down the whole outside of the body, down through the outside of the legs, getting into our gallbladder meridian, which holds on to a lot of frustration and anger, and take it off of the baby toe. Let it go. Now stay down, because we're going to go to the inside of the foot. So go to that big toe on the inside of the foot. We're bringing yin energy up now. Come up through the inner part of the legs, inner thigh. Okay. Come all the way up the central channel. Come to the heart. Take your left hand onto the heart. Let's do the heart meridian underneath the armpit, underside, and off of the baby finger. Good. And then come back to the heart. So with the right hand, go underneath the armpit, the whole underside, and off of that heart meridian. Let it go. Okay? So just kind of take your hands out and take a few breaths, still very grounded. Okay? So what we did is we're balancing. We brought the sun energy, the male energy, the doing energy, the heat energy. We need heat. Our digestive system needs heat. Okay, and then when we went up, we were bringing in the nurturing, right? We need to nurture ourselves, right? Go inside and nurture yourself. Calm, take some time to calm your mind, your emotions, right? And so we're nurturing both the yin and the yang energy. So we're going to do that again, but this time do it more with purpose, like with your thoughts and your imagination, and just listen to my words. There's still vibration about what we're bringing in. So yang first. Inhale up. Exhale, cross. So we're bringing the sun energy down, the male energy down. Inhale. Exhale, come to the shoulders. This is the energy that gives us the motivation, inspiration, the get up and go to get things done. Inhale. Exhale, and you're going to just hold on. Okay, so right around the ribs, but this is getting into our digestive system. So nothing but the deepest appreciation for the yang energy, the sun, the fire in our belly, the part that digests our food. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Uncross now and take your hands and bring this male energy, this sun, yang energy all the way down. Right down to the bottom of our foot and off our baby toe. Okay, and then we're going to have that same awareness to our yin energy inside of the foot, big toe, inside of the legs. Bring this calming, cooling, very nurturing, rest, calm energy up into our heart center. And then take it underneath the armpit, right off of that heart meridian, and bring the right hand in underneath. So calming, cooling, nurturing our body. Just by doing this, we're nurturing our body. Good. Okay, relax the shoulders, and again, just breathe and take a few deep breaths in and just feel that. Start to notice, right? Do you feel more balanced, calmer? Any type of yin yang energy is going to bring balance to our chakras. Okay, and we know that when our chakras are out of balance, that's when we have, get very swept away by fears and guilt and everything else. Okay, we're not going that way. Everything feels good, right? Let's do that again. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, cross. So we're bringing the beautiful yang energy. Just think of a beautiful, warm, sunny day. What does the sun bring into our world? Take another breath. Inhale. Bring it down to the shoulders. It brings heat. It brings light. It shines light on the darkness, right? It gives us energy. Sun is energy, solar power. Yes? Inhale. Exhale. What would energy do? Think of what's the good energy the sun, the yang energy does with our ego. It gives us inspiration, motivation, right? It gives us energy to do what we want to do. Okay, take another breath. Inhale. Inhale. And now with the balanced energy, we're going down that gallbladder, which can be anger and frustration. We're soothing any anger or frustration that we might currently be experiencing in this physical world. That's balance to the yang. Now, yin inside, we're balancing. If you're feeling really lethargic or really lazy or really like I don't have any get up and go, we're bringing balance to that. We're nurturing ourselves. Sometimes we bring it all the way up. Sometimes when we feel like just no motivation. We just need to nurture ourselves. Touch into your body, your heart, right? Give yourself some love. This is self-love right here. Nurture you. Good. There we go. Beautiful. Good. Shake that out. Okay, so now, right, we've come out of stress with our triple warmer. We have balanced our yin and our yang. So for those of you who are seated, and you could do this seated if you choose. We're going to do the Wayne Cook standing, though, and you can sit down. So, okay, so if you're sitting, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left or bring it up onto your leg. If you're with me standing, put the weight into your left leg and bend your left knee. Okay, so both your left and your right knee are bent because we don't want to lock anything, any joints, but you're crossing your legs. Okay, so again, you can cross at your ankles if you're seated or bring it up. Right, okay. And then if you're seated, what you do is you cross your arms again and take it down onto your leg. Here with me, and you know what? You can also do this if you're seated. It just occurred to me. Have your thumbs down. Okay. Take your left over your right. Okay, so you cross at your wrist. Bring your hands in and interlock your fingers. Okay. Then what you can do is bring them down. This is good. Or, and this might not be accessible for everybody, but maybe it is, wrap it underneath and have your pinkies to your heart space. Relax your shoulders. Same thing as that seated. Okay, so you could be doing this. You can do the upper body, or you can cross at the wrists and just hold onto your leg. Okay, standing, if you closed your eyes, you might lose your balance, so you don't have to close your eyes. You might want to just drop your gaze. I just want you to breathe. Again, what are we doing? We're bringing clarity to the mind. Now, it's a little easier to bring clarity to the mind, to bring clarity into, our imagination center and our throat, because we've just balanced our yin and our yang energy. So just think about what it is that you do want. Even if you don't know how it's going to happen. Doesn't matter. The how doesn't matter. See, the ego is all caught up in the how and control and needs to do something. The do, the ego. We've balanced that. Right? Sometimes it's about surrendering to the universe or a greater force. And I know a lot of times the ego goes, rubbish. It's ridiculous. Gotta do something. Sometimes doing less is more. Breathe into that. Again, be willing to change your perception of any situation. Okay, so if you've done the hands, bring them down, and maybe you didn't, take them up. You're here. Bring your arms up, release the fingers. Okay, and just bring them down. Turn your palms towards me, and then uncross your legs, whether you were seated or standing. Okay, relax the shoulders. Take a nice breath into the heart space. Lift your chin a bit. You can exhale through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels better for you. Okay, and then you're going to cross the left over the right. Okay, if you're standing with me, just make sure you're not locking the back knee. Front knee will bend, but make sure both knees are bent. And if you're seated, of course, your knees are bent. You crossed it, the ankles are up. Okay, so now the upper body, thumbs down. Now you take your right over the left. Bring your fingers in. Okay, just bring them down. This is an option. Relax your shoulders. The other option is to scoop them underneath and bring your pinkies to the heart space. Close your eyes if you want. Okay, or just drop your gaze. And maybe you do want to close your eyes if you're standing. But here, as we bring clarity to our mind, to our eyes, or the third eye, to our imagination, to the words we speak, to the heart, to that ego who's very much more in balance now, to our emotions, to our physical existence. I'm going to bring the energy of the third eye and Wayne Dyer's quote, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. Here, when we think about our beliefs and what we're focusing on wherever your attention is. Our thoughts become things. They are energy. So, what do you want to think? Change your perception. Change the way you look at something or someone or some situation. Change your money story. Change your healing story. Change your relationship story. Be willing to change your perception. Be willing to move into optimism. Be willing to see the goodness in others, or see the goodness in the world, or see the goodness in yourself. And again, it's the ego that's always going to bucket, right? Optimism, right? And then the throat chakra. Speak words of what you want. Speak words of love. Speak words of gratitude. Align with what your core values are and authentically live them. Just breathe into the heart space. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Not only grateful for everything you have, but even look at other people and what they have, and instead of being envious or jealous, just be happy for them. And then in the navel or the solar plexus, think about things that you love to do. Whatever you love to do. Maybe you love petting your dog. Maybe you love going for a walk. Maybe you love visiting with friends. Maybe you love sewing. Maybe you love reading. Whatever it is, just say, I can do what I love, and I love what I do. And if you ever have to do something you don't really want to, you can also say, I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. Just to get through it. And then in the navel, flow with life. Be happy where you are and eager for more, whatever that is, even if you don't know what that more is. Happy where I am, and I'm eager for this relationship to unfold. I'm happy where I am, but I'm eager for the healing to unfold. I'm happy where I am, but I'm eager for this new money story of mine to unfold. And then just as you ground everything into the feet, know that you're worthy and deserving of it all. And just say, I attract, or I am abundant in all areas of my life. Good. And then your eyes are closed. You can open them, unfold. You might feel some things happening in the wrist and the fingers. There's a while there. Okay, and release. And then bring the legs in. Good. Okay. All right, so we all have to shake out. Now this is getting into the heart chakra. Palms up, palms back, palms down, all different. You can shake it out. That's getting in through the heart, the lungs. Take some deep breaths. Anytime we're working through the heart chakra, it is about opening up the energy of the heart to gratitude. Again, I'll say it again. You can't be grateful and fearful at the same time. You can't be grateful and worrying at the same time. You can't be grateful and angry at the same time. Draw into gratitude. Good. Okay, open and close the hands. All right, those of you standing, just give me a little bounce. And those of you seated, you would just lift up your heels. Just lift up your heels. Good. Okay, and then shake out. And those of you seated, you can pick up that leg and shake it out. Then you do the other side. Yeah, just shake everything out. Just get everything moving. Good. Okay. Now, for those of you who are standing, I want you to pick up your foot and I want you to move through the hips. Those of you seated on a chair, just like as though you're a dog wagging the tail, lift up one bum cheek, the other bum cheek. And you can do that standing here too, right? I like to pick up the feet. So what this does is this creates this beautiful spiral line, the chakras, the root, the navel, the solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, and then it also brings it down. So We get to move things through the hip. That's the water element. We need things moving. Okay, we're grounded in our body. Like we got bones, we got gravity grounding us into the earth, right? We're grounded. We want things to flow. So get things flowing in the hips. We're balanced our yin and our yang, up and down. We want the energy of the chakras open, right? We've worked with a lot of our meridians. We got things moving and flowing. Everything's moving in the right direction. And this is just getting that powerful spiral line, which is the Kundalini energy, which is the chakra energy. Get your knees bent slightly, get your hips moving. So think of, knee joint, hip joint, ankle joint, torso, right? Pelvis. We need all these joints. It's like they're getting oiled now. Think of the water element. It's still their lactic acid, synovial fluid, all that good stuff that heals our joints. Moving through. Good. Okay. Feet grounded, knees slightly bent. If you're standing, relax the shoulders. Take a nice breath. Inhale up. Then as you exhale, just draw an 8 down. It's called a Celtic weave. Donna Eden, Celtic weave. So 8s. Okay, if you were to take a drop of blood and put it on a little petri dish and look under a microscope, you would see a whole bunch of X, Y, and 8s. So this is what keeps us healthy, keeps us strong. So we want to be doing. So even if you have an injury, like let's just say, go to any kind of injury that you have, whether it's, my shoulder's doing really good lately, but I'll take my hand and I'll do an 8 on that particular area, right? And so do an 8. Maybe you've got a sore knee or a sore back or a sore hip, right? Or maybe you got something going on in the chest or the breasts, right? Figure 8s. Maybe it's your foot, your feet, whatever. Just take the 8s on anything that bothers you. Maybe you're going, it is my mind, right? My body's healthy, but my mind is all over the place. Do 8s by the third eye, right? Just 8s, okay? Okay. So you can do this anytime. And I want to say 8s, 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 right? And I often forget this, especially with my shoulder. So, at night I tend to remember and do a few 8s before I go to bed, but do it often. Do 8s. It's like instantaneously helping the healing process, okay? And then you just do 8s everywhere. Okay, so you just go wherever. I want you to go, like I like to lift up. You're in a chair, go down, lift up the toes, and then put the toes down, lift up the heels so you get under your foot, you get around your ankle, like get everywhere. You don't have to go where I go, but, lift up your leg if you're sitting in a chair and get underneath, right? Go everywhere. So this is like strengthening up your aura because we've balanced the chakras. We've balanced our yin and our yang energy. Okay, we've done a lot of balance and work in, gratitude. All it takes is one person's energy to come in to deflate it, right? If somebody comes in a really bad mood, maybe you can be out shopping and you see somebody, be incredibly rude to somebody else or a cashier or something, or you're at work and you just can't believe how somebody at work is being treated or how you're being treated, or somebody says something to you that you take personally. Like, it doesn't take much. Maybe, you accidentally do something when you're driving and somebody's honking at you and giving you the finger because you cut them off accidentally. I don't know. Or maybe somebody cut you off and that got you angry, and stupid drivers. Whatever it is, it doesn't take much for us to get out of balance. We're so in balance right now. Energy. So what we're doing right now with these 8s is we're building our aura, and we're building it up so that other people's energy can't enter in as easily, right? If we don't do this, the minute someone cuts us off, their energy is our energy. The minute somebody says something to us, it could be them in a bad mood, and they just say something because they're in a bad mood, and it sets us off. It doesn't have that much power anymore. I mean, it still could affect you, but it's kind of like, and then if you remember it, it's like, whoa, I don't need your energy, so what do you do? Oh, you wouldn't believe how many times I do this. Oh, I don't need that energy. I figure eight it back out. That's and really, if you can think this and see it, like, I think, no, I don't want that energy. I don't necessarily want to give it back to them because I just want it out. Like, I don't want you to have that energy back either. Let's take it out somewhere. And with my thoughts, I think that I can rebound that energy out. So somebody is directing their bad mood at me, out it goes. And I visualize it. And I'll even say it if I can. I might whisper it, but at least I say it in my own head. I don't need that energy. And I figurate it out. Does that affect? Do I create that? You bet. Because I don't let it affect me. I just don't. And if I feel something a little later, or they keep coming at me, I keep figurating it out. It works. I stay in peace and I can be there for somebody who's having a bad day instead of getting drawn into their bad day. And then it's just, right? All right. That's the figure eights. There we go. Shake it out. Take a nice breath. Inhale up. Exhale out. And we're doing that one more time with like, that's the heart chakra sound. Good. Okay. So now I'd like you to get comfortable. And that could be seated. You can lie down. You can put your legs up. We've got enough time that if you wanted to put your legs up on the wall, and if you have any healing in the lower extremities, like if you got any healing in knees, ankles, feet, hips, legs up on the wall, legs up on the chair is also really good for that, but legs up on the wall, do it every day. You wouldn't believe how healing that is. And I do it every night before I go to bed. Part of my nightly. You're just doing what works for you. Okay. Oh. Okay, so now as you settle into a comfortable space, whatever you choose it to be for you today, close your eyes, soften the expression of your face. Just go inward to connect to your physical body first and foremost. And just notice if you're uncomfortable anyway, if you can make little micro movements to find some more comfort in your physical body. Okay, and then what I'd like you to do once you settle into a space of stillness, just take a couple of nice, deep, nurturing breaths and feed your body, your muscles, your cells with beautiful chi, beautiful oxygen. And then just begin to let the breath settle. And then I'd like you to bring into your mind that new story, that new healing story, relationship story, money story, whatever it is. Bring it in with the thoughts, with the words, with the visual. Let it permeate into your heart. Let it begin to hypnotize that negative ego. So maybe the ego goes, that actually does feel good when I let my guard down. I feel like I don't need to control everything. And then you move into the flow of your navel chakra. Just let things come and go. And then just settle into your physical body, letting yourself melt. Melt into the energy of pure potentiality, where absolutely anything is possible. Rest here. Heal here. Manifest here. So I'd like you to stay into your space of stillness and healing right now. Just open your ears for today's message from Esther Hicks, or Abraham, for those of you who know. I have complete control over my own thoughts. You can find yourself in an endless loop where you explain that you feel negative because of the negative behavior of someone else. But if instead you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought because it just feels better to do so, you will discover that no matter how the negative trend got started, you can turn it around. You have no real control over what anyone else is doing with their vibration or with their actions for that matter, but you have complete control over your own thoughts, your own vibrations, your own emotions, and your own point of view. So that's from Esther Hicks, or Abraham as she is known as. All right, so just let those words land where they need to land, and wherever you are in your healing position, begin to slowly move. So for some of you, you're going to be moving from legs up onto the side of your body. Some of you may be on the ground, slowly transitioning to an upright seated position. And some of you are seated, so it's just a matter of maybe opening your eyes or lifting your gaze. So wherever you are, just take a moment to feel your sitting bones very grounded. Ground into this physical body, this physical existence, this world. And then from the base of the spine, all of those chakras align, palms up. Good. Bring the energy into your hands, the energy of love, the energy of gratitude right here. Put it into your hands and bring your thumbs to your heart center as you tune into the light, the heart chakra, gratitude. Spread that gratitude out into the world. That's what our world needs right now. It's more people thinking in form of gratitude. Namaste, my friends. I appreciate each and every one of you.